and there's the wings up. Hello, welcome to Motion RC. Stuart here at Motion RC Europe for my flight review on one of my favourite aircraft. Of course, I'm British. It's the Spitfire, and this is the FlightLine Mark 9 Spitfire, but with a difference, because this is a quasi V2, if you like. The reason that we're showing you this today, we have got the clipped wing version with the pointy rudder and the new decal scheme, or colour scheme, if you like, markings. Now, I don't know if pointy rudder is the correct technical term, but that's the best I can come up with right now. So this is a version of the Mark 9. Around about 1944, they decided to counter low-flying Focke-Wulfs and stuff like that. They would clip the wings to basically give it a better roll rate at lower altitudes. On the model itself, it doesn't really affect it one way or the other. Of course, you can have a very high roll rate if you like with the standard wing, if you want to go all up on your rates. I have mine very nicely dialed. I like mine nice and soft and silky, but you'll see, we'll give a little bit of a demonstration in the flight of the roll rate at low rates, and you can see what you think of that. These parts are 3D printed, and they are available to purchase in the US, and I think very soon in the European warehouse too. Very easy to fit. You would have seen Alpha's video on how to install those. If not, there'll be a link to it, I'm sure, underneath this video. It's not just the tips and the rudder. We can't really show you here because of the glare of the sun, but inside the cockpit, you can see photographs on the website. There's a full 3D printed cockpit now, so really exceptional detail. It was already good to start with, and now it's just that much better. We can get a very good resolution with our 3D printing in our factory, and we're very pleased with it. Again, that's pretty much straightforward to install. Just remove the canopy. It's pretty much just tack glued on, and then install it as per Alpha's video. I have in here a 5000 milliamp hour 6S. You can probably just see it here. Again, all the way forward. The CG is about 90 millimeters from the leading edge. You see those marks there. This 5000 all the way forward pretty much does the job. Again, we've got we borrowed an action cam on the wing. Might make the aileron trim or roll trim a little interesting, but it will give you some very cool in-flight footage. Wind is about 7 to 10 miles an hour now. I'll talk you through what I'm doing as I'm flying it, and try and show off the clipped wing Mark 9 Spitfire from FlightLine to the best of my ability. So I'm going to plug in, and we are going to go out and have our flight. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Now, of course, this is a Spitfire, so it's better behaved in the air than it is on the ground. That said, the FlightLine one is pretty straightforward on the ground. What I do, I hold in full up elevator at high rates, and the same with rudder on high rates, just to give me as much control as I can. When I'm taxiing along, I always hold up full. I never go up that much throttle, just enough to get some air over the surface, and that keeps the tail nicely planted down. And now I'm going to taxi out and give you guys a takeoff. Alright. Now it's a little windy. I'm not going to use any flaps on this one. I'll try and do a nice scow takeoff. You can probably just see I've still got full elevator in. That's holding down nicely. Now the scheme on this one, I didn't mention that before. This is a Polish scheme. Polish flew a lot of Spitfires and other aircraft for the RAF during World War II, and this is one of their schemes. You'll notice a naked lady on the front of this particular scheme. Whilst the markings are available from us, the naked lady itself is from Cali Graphics. So if you want to go all out and put the lady on yours, why not? This one is called. Then why not check out Cali Graphics, because she will have it available for you. So I am turning over. I'm flicking down to low rates on elevator and on rudder. Still holding full up elevator. I'm on high rate still. I'm going to bring it round into wind. Going to pop the high rates down to low, and then as I feed in throttle, I'm going to hold in up elevator from the beginning, and as I feed in throttle, I'm going to ease off the elevator, let the tail come up, correct with rudder, and get a nice long takeoff. There we go. Here goes up. That's half power there on climb out, and now I'm going to put it to full. A little bit of trim for the camera there. Alright, let's see how she's dialed in. Beautifully, full power pass. Look at that. Alright. Oh. Alright, keep going. Wait a second. What was that came off? Was it a cannon? Yeah, it was a cannon. Alright, we'll keep going. Alright, so that was full power climb out. Now I'm coming around. Yeah, full power pass, crosswind, little bit of rudder. There we go. My prop's a little bit out of balance, that's fine. But it's always best to balance your prop. I'm at half power now, full power pass. There she goes, beautiful. And you know what, that new trim scheme is really showing out nicely.
5 minutes.
5 minutes on the timer. I'll bring it round again. That's half throttle now. It's taking the wind very, very well. I'm going to bring, as it's the clip wing one, I'm going to bring it round and do a roll on this one. Now this is low rate roll for me. Up a little, rolling over. Now on the regular version of this Spitfire, that's much slower, so it gives you some indication, even for me on low rates, just how much improved or increased that roll rate sensitivity is with the clip wing. That said, it still handles just as well as it always did. And I'll do one again at low rates, but I'm going to do a slow one this time so you can get it more scale. Up, round, there we go, let it come down. That's pretty good. I'm going to come up at the top and do a stall turn. Not sure if you guys can see it there, but we'll cut to the onboard. And I'm going to come past and bank it over. Now I actually noticed that I've lost one of my cannons there. That's my fault, I didn't push it in enough. So we'll find that afterwards. Let's bring it around and do a loop in the center. Okay, looping. Is that too high, Tom?
Nope.
Alright, I'm just concerned that wasn't a great one for the camera, so I'm going to bring that round again. I'm using rudder in the turn almost always, as I do with all models. Let's bring it around this way and we'll bank to the left now.
Pretty good, although so the focus is a problem.
Alright, okay, going for a loop. Full power up, cut it down, and then bring it around. Oh, the wind took me down at the end. Okay, now I don't know how well you guys are hearing me. Got a bit of wind on the mic, I haven't got the protective cover on there. I'm going to do a low pass directly at us. And even with that wind kicking, it's still really quite stable. Alright, here we go. Low pass, full throttle. Sorry if my head got in the way there. Wind catches me on the downwind. I mean, this is all I really like doing with the Spitfire, getting that wing banked over and showing off that full camo colour scheme and the new markings, of course. Alright, we'll do another roll, I think. Going up, easing over, and coming out. There we go. We'll do a half loop around, pulling around, rolling out. Alright, do one more fast pass. Coming round. Right, fast pass. Whoa, that one was low. And there's the wings up. And with that, I think it's time to land. I've still got plenty of juice left in the pack, but I want to get this one down and see if I can find that cannon. So I'm at half throttle now. I'm going to get gear down. It's a little bit windy, but I'm going to do mid flap on this one. Now, my wing's a little wonky with that cannon missing and with the camera on the right wing, so I'm going to keep the power on a bit. Let's see if I can nail this one on. Lower the power off. Flare, flare, flare. Now as I come to a slowdown, I'm flicking into high rates on the radio, and that just gives me more authority on the elevator. Let's have a quick look over and see what the damage is with that missing cannon. It's my fault completely. I didn't push it in far enough, I know I didn't. But in spite of that, with a cannon missing and this extra drag on the wingtip of the camera, it performed really rather well. It's available, if not very soon, then right now in hopefully both the US and the European warehouses. I'm actually just going to come around this side so we're not in the sun. Still remembering the trade here. Really nice, I guess you call it addition to the FlightLine Spitfire line. The clipped wings and the pointed tip and the new decal scheme really make it stand out from the other FlightLine models that you might see at your club. And personally, I really enjoy the clipped wing version. In a little less wind especially so. That 5,000 all the way forward is, in my mind, very much needed. I like how it flies with that CG, just a little forward of recommended. And if you already have the FlightLine Spitfire and want to change it up a bit, absolutely check out the V2 upgrade parts. If you're thinking of one and you want something a little different from everybody else's, again, think of the clipped wing and 3D printed parts. Not only for the wings and the rudder tip, but also for that cockpit. Really adds that much more detail. So I'm going to go find that cannon. That's it for my flight review of the 1600mm FlightLine Spitfire V2, I guess we could call it, with the 3D printed upgraded parts and the new decal schemes. There are several schemes available. Do check it out on the website. Full details underneath this video. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed my flight review, and I look forward to seeing more of you guys later on when I'm doing as many videos as I can from Europe, as well as James and Ryan and Captain Mike over in the US, and a little bit of Alpha. And of course, you guys in the community, we love seeing your videos, so please keep sending those in. It's not about us, it's about all of you guys. So, thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe, like if you like, and I'll see you guys next time.